Morrow. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Johnson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. Mirotic is checked in for Aaron Brooks. And Freak subbed in for Rose. Jarrett Jack is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Thomas Robinson. Then it's Young. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Young. Shot is off. Great D that time from Gibson. Chicago leading. And here's Freak. He's got 10. Shot off the screen, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. And whenever Freak finds himself in New York, Clark, you can always bet on seeing his mom and dad in the stands watching him play.
Well, Freak is somewhat the pride of New York with his roots and ties to the city. When they own you, they embrace you, you're theirs. And it's always nice to see a player getting that kind of love from his hometown fan.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Bulls leading by 4. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Screen by Young, and Jack kicks to Young. Young tries from 10. The rebound by Gibson.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
From the high post. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Here's Bogdanovich. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about the burst in that first step? Just right to the rim.
It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Freak dishes to Noah. Mirotic passes to Freak. From the wing. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Chicago, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
He hits the second from the line. 15 seconds left in the first half. Here's Bogdanovich. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Jack for 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Bulls lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Talk about being on his game.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. So for Chicago right now, Freak, he's in at point guard. Portis is out there at Mirotic. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Brooks in at the 2 spot. Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
There's a screen by Robinson. And Bogdanovich kicks to Robinson. Now the dish to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 5 on the clock. Hollis Jefferson passes to Morrow. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And again, it's the Nets missing. Chicago leading by 4. And Mirotic kicks to Freak. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
They set the pick. There's a screen by Robinson. The feed to Morrow. Shoots the 3, and the shot is good. Morrow's got his first 3 points of the game.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Brooks, the pass to Portis. Here's Bogdanovich. Covered by Mirotic. Bogdanovich dishes to Barnes. Morrow kicks to Bogdanovich. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Morrow. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Freak. Off the mark and a bad shot there. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans.
And in that game, guys, their 3-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays, and if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. It's the Bulls. They're up by 3. And we'll be back with you right after this. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Chicago with the ball. 3-point lead. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Young out there with Johnson. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Johnson. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And a chance now to catch up. Shooting. Changes for Brooklyn. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Young. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Joe Johnson. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Tyler Johnson. And a change for the Bulls. Freaks checked in for Derrick Rose. Lopez with the block.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg. Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
"16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Johnson kicks to Jack. There's the triple. Connects from downtown. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5.
If we can't get the ball in, we have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Six seconds left in the fourth. The three. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, a confident performance tonight, Joe Kim.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol. Shaq, what'd you like about his game?
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance from him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
Overall, just a rock-solid outing for him. It's hard to point to any one area of the game because he was so good on both ends of the floor. He was dialed in defensively, and that helped carry the intensity on offense.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.